Hey, great Friday evening. It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I will say that I sorry I had this crazy short show this morning. I usually don't have short shows when I'm actually in Brownsville. When I am at the studio, but it was a crazy morning for myself at Erasmo Castro. It was just not a good morning. Not a good morning in the sense that it wasn't like some anything bad or I mean it's just a very crazy busy morning. And what happened is I had told individuals to stop by the office at 8:30 so that I could make a couple of quick phone calls for them, which I was very fortunate to be able to do. And then this other man came in who I was supposed to do some work for, and it was just felt kind of weird just to let him there hanging. It's just very weird to leave him there hanging. So I decided to end the show. I knew I had other work to do as well. uh Hey, Joe, you should have hopped on with me, my man. uh it's just other work that I had to get done, had to take care of. I had an appointment at 10:30, had another one at 12. I had to come back. It was just one of those crazy busy days. And I'd like to say that I accomplished most of everything that I had set myself to do. It just sort of seems like it's just never enough time for me. I don't know. And then sometimes, like today, I actually wanted to Coca Cola. I actually wanted to take some time and just watch some Netflix. And I will say that I did get to watch one episode of the Great British Bake Off. Ah, Norma, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. I meant to do that this morning, but I cut my show off, mi amor. Happy birthday. One of the pictures that came out, Norma, was you and your family going out there and voting for me, and I love that. I love you, mi amor. You know you have my heart. Este, it's happy birthday, and to everybody else that's had a birthday, happy birthday. It was just one of those crazy type of mornings. Then when I finished my 12 o'clock, which was actually a wedding, I went to the courthouse, dropped off the marriage license because I try to do that ASAP. Para después no andar con, ay, se me perdió, la dejé, nada. I dropped it off, and on the way back, I had an opportunity to stop by the Performing Arts Center. I think it's called is it the Ramirez, George Ramirez Performing Arts Center downtown? I might be wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But had the opportunity to stop by. Was invited to see the exhibits there, which included some movie posters, some Cantifla movie posters, and some of Julio Lucha, Pura Lucha masks. And let me say, thank you for the picture. Julio Pura Lucha's mask. Let me tell you. And he goes, ¿qué pasó? Haven't you been able out there supporting? I'm like, bro, I try. One of the things that I think that a lot of people don't take into account, and I wrote something about that because look, the truth of the matter is, I have a little private page for church people and family, a very small page and it's kind of grown because around church, I guess I've become a little bit more likable here and there. So what happens is that is kind of grown, but even then, that page is just so slow paced because I don't. It's not one of my Erasmo pages. And let me say, guys, and I told that to Julio today. I said, bro, It's not that I ignore you. It's like literally like just this morning. I mean, I on one of my pages, the main page, I literally got like 100 messages, guys, and I do my best to respond to every single message out there. And sometimes I'll get to not be able to reply to every single message out there. And I'm sorry that I might miss a message or two or a comment or two where even when I've been tagged, it's just that big page. So I can't respond to everything, guys, but I do my best. I do my best, and I made mention of that because that's why I told Julio. I said, "Bro, I apologize. It's not that I'm trying to ignore anyone. It's just that it really isn't that easy being Erasmo Castro in the city of Brownsville. Plus, it's not that easy being so handsome and totally not fat. Peanut Squad. I'm actually drinking my water out of it. I like it that much. I usually drink my water from a carton. I'm decided to use my new Peanut Squad mug. Thank you so much, Snoopy. I love it. Sorry, Ben, you're gonna have to get me another mug. So I'm gonna be using this one until I get another mug, a replacement mug from somebody else. That's what I do. I get a mug from a friend and I use that, and then as soon as I get another mug, I start using that one. So we'll see how long I get to use this one. I love it though. Good evening. Visit PetSmart. Guys, Pet Smart tomorrow. Adopt a puppy. Thank you, Jose. From 1 to 6 p.m. If I would have known, I would have waited to buy my cat food. I buy one of my two cat food brands there at PetSmart because they don't have it anywhere else. But please, guys, if you're interested in adopting, please stop by tomorrow. PetSmart, PetSmart. Jose, if you have a flyer out there, please let me know, and we'll throw it out there as well, and we'll try to get as many of our beautiful little puppies as out there adopted. Thank you, Rob. Good evening. Good evening. Good Erasmus. Long time, my man. Let's do lunch sometime soon. Good evening, Abraham, my man. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We should have some coffee with Mr. Erasmo cookies. You should have some more, sir. Yeah, yeah. I'll try and see about making some more. I appreciate that. Evening, good evening from the whiskey barrel. That's not that far away. Good evening, Coca Cola or Dutch Pepper. I think Frankie is referring to the Coca Cola building that has been purchased by the mayor of the city of Brownsville and by Ramiro Gonzalez. His now, I guess, business partner. Kind of lame. Let me tell you guys, we're never going to get out of this funk. We're never going to get out of this mess, guys, while we continue to make politicians filthy rich and we keep the community filthy poor. And I would dare say that's something that has been happening for decades now. And, once we have an opportunity, folks, to see, this is what I've never understood from the community. And some guy came out some time back and said, "Hey, Erasmo, pues, you on the board and you got kicked out," and she did not get kicked out. But there's still raza out there that want to throw jabs at Erasmo Castro because of his service at on the board and said, "What did you ever do on the board?" It's very simple, guys. I never stole from you. I mean, doesn't that count for anything? Erasmo Castro didn't steal from you. Erasmo Castro didn't take a penny away from our students, guys. Isn't that something? I mean, can you name a politician that hasn't benefited from their elected seat one way or another, guys? I mean, look at Eddie Trevino, man. Eddie Trevino's made a fortune out of being mayor of the city of Brownsville, then being the attorney for PUB. He's made a bundle, guys. Now, as a county judge, making a bundle, guys. The county commissioners, guys, is you think that they spend $200,000 every election cycle to get elected because they're not going to make any money in there, guys? What about all those favors that have to get paid back, folks? I mean, come on, man. So you get a politician, you get someone who gets elected, like Erasmo Castro, guys, and the community still wants to throw jabs at Erasmo Castro. It makes no sense. You're kicking one of your own. I'm not rich, guys. I'm just handsome and totally not fat. But the mayor did buy up the Coca-Cola building that is on Washington and 10th Street. It's a prime location, guys. It's right close to City Hall. It's right in the middle of everything other, guys. And again, if does anyone out there truly think that the mayor is buying up all this property because he really cares about downtown? No, he wants to make himself richer, guys. Wants to make himself richer. And look at all the assuming people. Look at all the butt kissers out there, guys. All the butt kissers out there that constantly go on the mayor's Twitter, go on the mayor's Instagram, go on the mayor's Facebook, and all they do is they go out there and praise the mayor. Oh, great job, great job, great job. And I'm sorry, guys, he's just making himself rich, making himself all the more rich. And again, it's unfortunate, folks. It's really, really unfortunate because all the tax breaks go to them because they're buying up the historical buildings. And let me tell you guys, if anyone out there thinks that they're paying market value for these buildings, sorely mistaken. We're going to find out, guys. I'm sure that the mayor did a Tony Martinez. Underpriced the property, got it sold to him, and it was sold to this LOC. Again, it's just unfortunate, folks. It's just very, very unfortunate. But again, what do you expect from the mayor who, constantly gets praise and, gets applause from individuals who, seem to think that he's doing a great job making himself richer and making us all the more poor. It's just very unfortunate. And again, guys, Ramiro Gonzalez is just dead weight at the city, guys. So yeah, he's got money to pour out on buildings and on other things, guys. He does. It's your money. This is the irony of it all, guys. We, the city of Brownsville, pay this guy that does nothing for the city of Brownsville. Nothing for the city of Brownsville. Ramiro Gonzalez does nothing for the city of Brownsville. We pay him a salary and he buys our buildings with the mayor and then gets the tax breaks and no tax paid. And then all the money that comes into the city of Brownsville to benefit the city of Brownsville, well, they get all the grants, and they focus on these grants on making the property value even more valuable downtown, which makes them more money, and it's not taxed. But ultimately, it's your money that's paying his salary to be able to buy our buildings. It's a crazy, crazy world, guys. It's a crazy, crazy world. Those are the politicians that have been elected to serve the city of Brownsville who ultimately only serve themselves. It's just very unfortunate. And look, and again, going back, you get a politician or someone that gets elected like Erasmo Castro, and then the masses come out and want to crucify him. Where's our district attorney? Where's our local law enforcement when these individuals pocket the resources that belong to our students, our children, and your resources? They're nowhere to be found. Nowhere. Good evening, a peppermint tea. Good evening, good evening. Penguina update, Justice for Sam, a BISD, Hannah thingy, are still talking about Pepto-Bismol. We'll talk a little bit about the Pepto-Bismol, the Pepto-Wall. But in regards to the Penguina, guys, we will be getting some good news the first week of October. First week of October, guys. Erasmo Castro will be celebrating. And Erasmo Castro will be in Brownsville. Won't be out on vacation. So, yeah, you better believe that we're going to get some good news the first week of October. In regards to Justice for Sam, we're still waiting. First week of October. Hannah thingy. Hannah's a mess. Uh, I think. Let me say in regards to Hannah, guys, because I do want to clarify because I promised. I promised that I was going to come out and mention it. There's a teacher at Hannah called Samantha some crap Hodges, or let me get her name. God. Again, I get so many messages, guys. Samantha Thompson. Samantha Thompson. Samantha Thompson, you're a piece of crap. Uh, Samantha Thompson is la sobrina de Minerva Peña. And Samantha Thompson there at Hannah seems to think that it's okay for her to spend all this time, the time that she should be educating our students, talking crap about Erasmo to students. Let me say, Samantha Peña, let me say that I'm waiting to get to receive from our students a recording of your bull crap, and I will file a grievance as to with the district. Nothing's going to happen because again, they're going to let it ride the same way they let everything that Minerva Peña and Sylvia Atkinson did ride for the longest time. They're going to let it ride. They're not going to care. They don't care if teachers are out there spending their educational time talking crap about Erasmo Castro. They don't care. They probably applaud that crap. It's still going to make some noise. So yeah, you'll be hearing from me, you piece of crap. Good evening. Good evening. I love you too. It was just a busy day, but it was good. Evening, handsome. Thank you, Miss Medeo. I am handsome. Good evening. Good evening. And I want to thank the folks there at the George Ramirez Performing Arts Center. Thank you so much for the private tour today. I greatly appreciate it. And let me say, guys, it's not that I'm trying to pull out any favors or anything. It actually happened by accident, completely by accident. And but I appreciate that. I'm as crazy as this may sound. It's not like I'm a germaphobe like other folks out there, but like uh, I like small groups. I like private time. So thank y'all so much. Good evening, Frank, Mama, and good evening, Raquel. Good evening. My goodness, got a lot of comments. Royal, good evening, good evening. You're very welcome. Many, many more birthdays, your more. Love you. Love the toes looking sharp. My toes. Thank you. Wow, it's been a while. Good evening. Good evening, Frank. It has been a while, man. It's good to hear from you. It has been a while. Hope you're doing well. Love the ties, looking amazingly sharp. Thank you, thank you. This is actually one of my favorite ties. It's an M pen penner tie. I don't know what that means, but I like it. Hola, Adori, hermosa. Good evening, Belinda. Good evening. Nice seeing you at the mall. You looked looking great. Saludos, Papa. It was so good to see you, man. It was good taking a picture. I'm going to post it right now. And it was great catching up in regards to your trip to Cali, mi amor. Won't you be my neighbor? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Let me guess. They were able to purchase the Coca-Cola building for a cheap price, while everyone has to pay properties for a high mass amount. I'm trying to find out. Actually, I'm going to see if there's a way for me to get copies of the transactions that have been made. Being that it was so recent, I think it was last month. We don't have all the information yet, but sure as heck going to try to get. Good evening from Ciudad Juarez, Paul. Hope you enjoy so. Actually, I spoke with someone yesterday in regards to probably visiting Ciudad Juarez just for the fun of it. Let's see what happens. The mayor blocked me for sending only 3 messages about my disagreement with his decision with the mural. I guess you could say he's short tempered. Emphasis on short. Yeah, he doesn't like the negative comments. So the mayor is making downtown better and more modern while also investing in properties. This is abuse of office, and eventually the FBI will probably catch on to him. Well, again, I'm just surprised that our local law enforcement, local law officials haven't started to question in regards to the transactions that the mayor is bringing forth in regards to property that he is acquiring downtown, whilst using his position as mayor of the city of Brownsville to continue to pour more money downtown, which in turn enriches him. It makes him all the more richer because as the property values go up, so does his pocketbook, so does his portfolio. With that said, no taxes? Wouldn't you like to pay no taxes? What up, brother? My man, Roman. Bendiciones, papá. Dios te cuide. Saludos, los vemos tomorrow desde Tula, Tamaulipas. Juan Pérez, saludos a toda mi gente de Tula, Tamaulipas. What? Why? What will happen to La Pingüina? First week of October, we'll have a special show. I can't say that much. Manda saludos a Lisandro Rosales. Hola, Lisandro Rosales. Bendiciones. Gracias por estar entonado al programa. If you're elected as mayor, what first realistic project or issue will you focus on that will help the community directly in Brownsville? Very simple. We'll decimate and destroy every single board and committee out there to make sure to include individuals that have never served on a board or committee and get rid of a lot of this dead weight that has been on these boards and committees for decades now. With that said, we'll also transform the PUB board, who will be more representative of the people of Brownsville. We will work diligently with the new PUB board in order to lower the rates and actually get answers to the questions as to what happened to our Tenasca money and file charges against anyone at PUB who stole money, who gave themselves raises they should never have had. It is criminal, guys. That is what I'll do as soon as I am mayor of the city of Brownsville. What's the update with Marisa Leal? She updated her Facebook page to her wearing a shirt saying it's not over. Do tell Erasmo. I actually saw Marisa Leal this morning. I did not ask. I didn't ask because I don't want to appear as if I'm out there. Thank you, Juan Hermoso. I don't want out there to appear like I'm out there putting pressure in regards to getting information. I'd like to know. I think she's being taken for a ride. That's what I feel. Joseph Hernandez, what's going on in Brownsville? The weather's good. Weather. Congrats, Rudy Mireles. He received an Emmy nomination for his reporting. Actually, reporting being recognized, not only not other fake crap. I hope this gets attention from Netflix for the Sylvia trial documentary. Let me tell you, Rudy Mireles is amazing. And if send me the article, Snoopy. Let me tell you, Rudy Mireles is amazing. He's the only news reporter that I think is worth his weight in salt. He's an amazing guy, someone who actually goes out there and report. I mean, look, Channel 23, Channel 4 have that Derek Garcia. That's a big old fake. Fake. Channel 4 sucks. Channel 23 is worse. Disappeared from Brownsville. Same thing with the Herald guys. The Herald has disappeared from Brownsville. So good riddance, Channel 4. Good riddance, Channel 23. And congratulations, Rudy Mireles. True reporter. Per Knight Institute versus Trump case. The mayor is not supposed to block you. Sounds like a little man syndrome strikes again. Juan is correct. And I think that's one of the things that my friend spoke with, James spoke with the city attorney. I'm hoping that's the case, and hopefully we'll get a resolution to that matter. The only way mayor will get investigated is a report to Attorney General of Texas. Local law enforcement will never. Nope. It's never going to happen. We need the feds to come down. Thank you, Juan. I love you, Papa. Do you think the city will cancel Charter Days next year? I think Chow Days is a go, guys. I think that we're going to get to that point where it's going to be halfway okay to continue to do the Chow Days thing. Again, congratulations, Rudy Mireles. I love this guy. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. I will. I will go out there and post it. I miss you, Maggie. Miss you too, Maggie. You know that. Um, the other thing that I wanted to mention, I guess, before we shut out the night tonight, guys, is I put up a post in regards to here locally, guys. We appreciate our border patrol. I have a lot of respect for the job that they do. A lot of my family members are part of the border patrol, part of that uh, Department of Homeland Security, and very proud of the work that they do. They don't get the recognition that they should get, guys. And I'm sorry, guys. One of the things that had came out today was how the reporter that had taken the picture of supposedly the border patrol agent whipping on some Haitians, guys. And let me tell you, guys, this is one of the reasons why I hate politicians, guys. I hate politicians because they tried to use it to slam our border patrol here locally, guys, trying to say that they were trying to compare it to slavery. This was CNN, MSNBC. I don't care what anyone says about, oh, well, you're trying to go with Fox News. I don't care about Fox News either, guys. I think a lot of the rhetoric, a lot of the things that they say are kind of stupid. But with that said, guys, I find it offensive that all news media, even Fox News, everyone, they continue to call these individuals that have crossed the border illegally migrants. They are not migrants in any way, shape, or form. They are individuals who crossed our borders illegally. That makes them illegal aliens, guys. 100%. They are not migrants. It is an insult to individuals who actually crossed over into this country legally, guys. It is an insult to those individuals who crossed in the 50s, 60s, and 70s to come over here to work in the United States. They were migrants because they came and received a permit to come and work in the United States, guys. It is an insult to the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of individuals, guys, who go through the process. They wait their turn in line to come over to this country legally. It is insulting for national news now, guys, to come down and to try to demonize our border patrol is pathetic. Pathetic. Today, a friend of mine shared Al Sharpton's video, guys, where Al Sharpton came to Del Rio, Texas. And let me tell you guys, it's on my page. Del Rio people, man, they got guts, man. They got cojones. They went out there and just yelled in his ear and said, "We don't want you here, Al Sharpton. We don't want you playing the race card. We are not racist in Del Rio. We love our border patrol. Go back. What have you done in regards to addressing the issue of the children who are sold into sex slavery, to the children that have been taken away from their parents?" I mean, I'm proud of the guys that went up there and stood. Let me make mention of this and stood up for what was right. There was one guy that started recording and started screaming at Al Sharpton. If y'all notice, guys, it started to become infectious because towards the end of those 4.5 minutes, guys, it wasn't just this guy, whoever he is, yelling at Al Sharpton, guys. Other individuals felt emboldened to stand up for what was right, stand up for our border patrol, guys. I mean, what I'm trying to say, guys, it just takes one individual. It just takes one person to stand up and fight for what's right, guys, and not fold, not bend, and surely as hell is to not let these individuals continue to treat us like trash, which is what the city of Brownsville has tried to do. And I think that's one of the things that our local artists have finally determined, guys. Look, guys, I don't care for the Democrats and I don't care for the Republicans. I just don't care for either party, guys. But the rock should never have been taken away from the city of Brownsville. Should never have been demolished, hidden, or God only knows what they did with it, guys. Never. The mayor and the city commission, they caved into extreme leftist individuals that were coming in from Chicago and from other parts of the country, guys. Weren't even from here. And back then, guys, I literally warned the community, guys. They're not just coming for they're not just coming for the rock. They were coming after the Robert E. Lee Youth Center, guys. And they sure as heck did. And what really is amazing, guys, how they do it, like the rock was taken at 4 o'clock in the morning. They took away the Robert E. Lee Youth Center, guys. They took it away in the dead of night. It's no longer the Robert E. Lee Youth Center. It's the Texas Alamos College Youth Center. Again, they caved in. And back then, I made a prediction, guys. When the rock was taken, before the rock was taken, and then when the rock was taken, I went out there and stated, guys, they're coming for Robert E. Lee Youth Center, and then they're going to come for our churches, guys. And you may call me crazy, guys. It's happening, guys. It's going to happen. It's coming, guys. It's the same thing with the question in regards to defunding the police that we got when we were running for city commissioners, guys. Former Commissioner Ben Neese and Commissioner Rose Gowan when said, "Oh, that's what's crazy. We're not going to get defund the police here." Yes, we are, guys. It's a progression. It's coming to Brownsville, guys, and especially with the leadership that we have right now, who wants to continuously use the squirrel tactic to make themselves richer and make the rest of us stagnant as we've been for decades. Decades. Alfonso, good evening. The only way we will get answers to the NASCA and other shady needs if all those people in office get replaced. And look, at the end of the day, Snoopy, we just need one individual. We've got no one on the city commission. Where are Mr. De Los Santos? Where is Pedro Cárdenas? Where's the investigation into where our Tanasca money went to? Nothing. I will have this resolved. The mayor will unblock me and respect our First Amendment rights. Good job, my man. Sad part is that Joe Biden doesn't feel the way about Border Patrol. Joe Biden is senile. People, if you see a Border Patrol unit in any drive-through, pay for them. They deserve that and more. God take care of them and protect them. 100%. I love our local law enforcement. I love our Border Patrol. 100%. I love our Department of Homeland Security. Good evening. Right here. I'm a little bit struggling because I'm biting my tongue because of the temporary molars. Did you beat that 20K? Did you beat here that there's 20,000 more Haitians on the way here from South America? Yes. Guys, it hasn't stopped, guys. One of the things that I think that they mentioned today was that how the number had decreased in regards to the Haitians at Del Rio. Guys, doesn't mean that it's going to stay that way, guys. We're literally going to get tens of thousands of more individuals coming across our border, guys. It's open season on the United States of America, guys. And unfortunately, that means it's open season on you and me as citizens of this country, as residents of this country. Shout out to Emiliano Guzman. Bendiciones, papá. Very well said. Thank you, Leo. Love you. One of the guys that was yelling is Anthony Agüero from Border Network News. Let me tell you, I don't know who that guy Anthony Agüero is, but I'm proud, man. I'm proud that he went out there and screamed his lungs out, guys, and told that racist, race baiter, Al Sharpton, a thing or two about Texas folk and about border folk. And let me tell you guys, I would love to have the opportunity for those individuals to come here to the city of Brownsville, and we should be out there giving them an earful. Pieces of crap. Well, during a debate, didn't one of the candidates deny the removal of the name Robert E. Lee? Yes. Again, look, Pepper and Patty. Everyone out there says Erasmo's crazy. Don't believe Erasmo. And look, look, I'll go back into the muralist thing. I've been screaming, guys, at the top of my lungs constantly every day for years now, for years, how indifferent these individuals are to our locals who are just trying to make it, man. And again, this time our artists were hit. Who's going to be next? So yeah, Robert E. Lee Youth Center is going to be decimated, guys. And surely enough, took it down. We do not have a Robert E. Lee anymore. President Biden has never been to the southern border in the five decades. He has been in government. He has been a career politician for 50 years in this country. And what has he done for this country? Absolutely nothing. And I posted on one of his tweets or one of his Facebook posts, guys, because he was out there slamming individuals who are trying to make money and, trying to lower the impact in regards to paying taxes out there. I said, "Oh, were you referring to businessmen, or are you referring to 50-year politicians?" Thanks for stopping by the exhibits. You surprised me with your opinions about the art of Cantinflas movie poster. Let me tell you guys, is that there's one thing out there. Again, I appreciate art, guys. I appreciate art. I love art. And let me say, you guys, if you have not seen the Cantinflas posters out there, qué hermosura, eh? Literalmente, qué hermosura. Man, these are the type of exhibits, guys, that we need more often here in the city of Brownsville, guys. We need them displayed. And one of the things that I mentioned to Freddie and to Julio was that one of the things that I'd hope to do, or hope that we can do, guys, is get them a bigger venue, folks. Get them the Brownsville Event Center if necessary, but go out there and showcase the art. Man, there's history behind uh, those movie posters, guys. One of the things that I told Freddie and Julio was I actually thought that some of those posters I'd actually seen, and I probably did. It's just that, I can't remember what I had for breakfast this morning, much less what movies I was watching back when I was like 5, 6 years old, guys. But I remember going to the Victoria, El Cine Victoria. Do y'all remember that? The one that was here on, I think it's no, not 12th Street, 14th Street. On 14th Street, man, we'd go in there. Me acuerdo que íbamos y las tías llevaban las bolsas llenas de munchies, las bolsas llenas de bologna sandwiches, los chitos, los chocolates, las frituras. And because we sure as heck were so dirt poor that sometimes, like once every twice every year, as to we'd get to go to the movies, but we didn't have enough money for concessions. So we'd go to the Victoria, and it was amazing, guys. So I kind of thought that I'd probably seen some of those posters out there, but Freddie mentioned that they were part of his private collection, guys. Let me tell you, beautiful artwork, amazing history, guys, that you can see plastered on these movie posters, guys. And let me say, they're valuable as crud, man. Valuable as crud. And everyone out there that has not had the opportunity to go see them personally, guys, please take advantage of October 15th. Well, they'll be out there open to the public for the last time, guys. Please. Great job. Love them. Them taking the rock and the Robert E. Lee Center starts the erasure of history itself. I was for the rock being gone at the time, but I was naive. I was a classic Saul Alinsky tactic. Yes, and let me say, Juan, it's something that I had made mention, and I spoke about this, guys. It's a progression, guys, and I mentioned it this morning. No, I mentioned it last night on the show. Look, I just came from Peru, guys. Came from an empire that was decimated, guys, in a way, by the conquistadors, the Spaniards, guys. And again, not so much the people, Incan people, which they were surprised with the arrival of the conquistadores, guys, but more their decimation in regards to the temples, in regards to the structures that the Incas created. Man, let me tell you guys, anything that was made by the Spaniards in those years is probably completely reconstructed by now, or 100% non-existent. We still have walls, guys, to a lot of the structures that a lot of these indigenous indigenous individuals did elaborated back in the day. With that said, guys, one of the things that you all know that I do, I go to as many Catholic churches out there and to as many museums as I can. And let me say, guys, that a lot of the artwork out there is indicative of the conquista, guys, of how the Spaniards demonized the gods of the Incas, the Mayans, and the Aztecs, guys, in order to replace them with the Virgin Mary, with Jesus, and with the disciples, guys. And again, a lot of the folk out there, and I think a lot of the Hispanic folk here in our area, guys, they do not care so much that that the Spaniards came and did this to these people, guys. A lot of the history back then was lost, but they still have those posters up there, guys. They still have those paintings. They still have those relics there to remind them of what happened, what occurred. And I'll give you an example because someone made mention of this. They said, like, well, would you be okay with a statue of Hitler? They made mention of this to me in some kind of comment or post. I said, well, you'd be surprised to know that there was a movement in Auschwitz to remove the Auschwitz death camp, guys. There was a movement to decimate the Auschwitz death camps, guys, where millions of Jews lost their lives. 6 to 7 million Jews lost their lives, guys. It was the Jewish people, the Israeli people, who fought to keep them there, who wanted them there, because they didn't want anyone to forget the atrocities that happened during World War II. Guys, same thing with slavery. We need our history there in order to remember what transpired and what happened. You cannot whitewash history, guys. And look, as much as people say, well, history is written by those that win, not necessarily, guys. History remains for anyone and everyone out there who wants to do an ounce of research into what actually occurred or what actually happened, guys. I don't think that anyone out right now glorifies slavery. No one glorifies Auschwitz, guys, and definitely no one glorifies what the Spaniards did to the Incas, the Mayans, the Aztecs, everyone in that area. Did you hear that 20,000 more illegals from Haiti are on the way? They are coming from South America. Yeah, I believe it. Those Asians were not flown to Haiti. They stayed here in the U.S., right? Hard for them to believe they were all flown to Haiti. Yeah, not going to happen. Out of the 15,000 Haitians that were here, only 3,000 were deported. The rest were sent throughout the country. I cannot confirm those numbers, but they sound about right. This is less than 1 year as Biden is president. People are all over the world, will continue to come. Yes, we are in a mess load of trouble. What do you mean they'll come for the churches? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Abbott passed a law where churches couldn't be shut down. Passed a law that they couldn't be shut down in regards to the pandemic. Guys, it's going to get to the point, guys, that, and I hate using a lot of the Fox News narrative, guys, but let me tell you, it's going to get to the point where we're not going to be able to say Merry Christmas here in Brownsville, guys. Where a lot of our nativity scenes are going to be taken down, or we're not going to be permitted to put them up. Once that starts happening, guys, then they're coming after the crosses at our churches. And then they're coming for the murals and the paintings and everything else that X, Y, and Z folk find offensive. And it's all coming down. And it's all because we gave them an inch. Snoopy, they're going to come after the churches at the federal level, and they'll argue that federal law trumps Abbott's. Yes, we all need to be ready when the fight comes. And the fight is coming, guys. I guarantee you. And I, again, call me a prophet, guys. I warned about The Rock. I warned about the Robert E. Lee Youth Center, guys. Heed my words. Hear my warnings. Our churches are next, without a doubt. Families, pregos were sent here to Houston. Yeah, guys, we're not getting out of this in anytime soon. Anytime soon. I'm going to end today sharing a personal story. Ah, I'm going to end today sharing a personal story. Uh, Part of the reason why I had a kind of a rough day today was because I had an issue. I made a mistake. I made a mistake with one of my bookings. I had booked a flight to, as I made mention, Rio de Janeiro, because I was planning to go to Carnaval in um, in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. And I had had the dates, I had the flight, and I had the hotel reservation already taken care of, already paid for. And it so happens, guys, that because my mind escaped me, I canceled the booking out of stupidity by accident. It was just one of those mensos lapsos, and I canceled the booking. And part of the morning, I was out there trying to argue with the travel agency and with the airline. Made a mistake. I'd like my credit back. They refused to give me my credit. They said that the only way I could rebook the flight was if I paid a $300 penalty. The flight was $500. The flight was $500. I wanted my $500 back. They wanted to penalize me 300 extra dollars, and I said, "Are you stupid? Why?" And I was upset at the moment this morning. I was upset. Then I stopped myself. I caught myself. Guys, sometimes things happen for a reason. We just don't completely understand as to the what's, the whys, or the wheres. Sometimes we just have to trust that the reason God shuts a door for us is because he has a bigger door for us to go through, or he's trying to protect us from something that is going to cause us harm, guys. And after I meditated on it, I stepped back and I said, no Rio de Janeiro, no Carnaval for Erasmo this year. And I came to that realization, I came to that determination, not so much because I couldn't figure out a way to rebook the flight. It's because I truly believe that God is trying to tell me something. Don't go to Rio. Don't go to Carnaval. And it could be that he wants to protect me from a bad experience. I don't know. Could be a tragedy that I would have experienced if I actually had gone. So I'm going to trust. And I make mention of this, guys, because started talking about me being at BISD. You know, God's ways are perfect, guys. And at the end of the day, if it was not meant to be at that time, I truly believe that God was trying to protect me from something that was coming down the line and remove me from the equation, guys. And to God be the glory, guys. I mean, I don't mean to preach out there, but I'm very, very thankful, guys. Very, very thankful that I'm still an individual that God takes his time to redirect, to guide by the Spirit and say yes or say no way, Jose. So I will not be going to, as much as it may pay me. I really wanted to go. I wanted to have that experience. I will not be going to Rio de Janeiro. I will not be going to Carnaval next year, guys, in February. I will find some other place to go. Este, it is what it is. Again, I was upset, and I should not have been upset. I should have been patient. I should have been calm. I should have awaited to hear what God's response was. And God's response in regards to me going to Rio de Janeiro Carnaval was no. So I'm going to listen. Guys, I do appreciate y'all being so kind to me. Thank you again, Snoopy, for the beautiful mug. Thank you so much for the animal cookies that are right there that I'll start eating lickety split. Este, thank you to my friends who gave me the private tour of the Cantinflas posters and the masks, the luchador masks. Amazing exhibit, guys. Amazing exhibit. Great stuff for people to see. Este, I love this city, man. I love this city. I see the potential that we have as a people here in Brownsville, guys. I just want us to grow. I don't want us to be stagnant anymore. I want us to prosper because when we prosper, guys, as individuals, we'll be able to build a better Brownsville, guys. Build a better Brownsville so that our children don't have to leave Brownsville in order to make ends meet, guys. Our children can stay here. They're home and have the yearning to come back home, guys. But we're only going to accomplish it together, folks. You have to be that voice that yells out at the wrong, like the guy did with Al Sharpton. You have to be, guys, because I will continue to yell. I will continue to scream. I will continue to fight, guys. And even if you throw me to the wolves, even if you don't call me anymore, even if you don't bring me flowers anymore, I will still fight. I will be that lone voice that yells out in the wilderness, guys. But if you would join me, artists, engineers, friends, countrymen, lend me your ears. If you would join, guys, the movement, we'd effect true change in the city of Brownsville. And McAllen wouldn't be eating our lunch. We'd have a better day, be a better way. And we're on this together. Before you leave, the 31 people on YouTube, please like that page. Please. I appreciate it. Guys, I am tired out. I got to figure out what I'm going to be doing in the next couple of months in regards to travel. I will not be going to Rio de Janeiro. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you all for being so good to Erasmo Castro, guys. Be good to each other. And please continue to be good to me. God bless.